Hello folks, welcome back to the Harmonica Barge. Wait there, I've just got to put my chips in the oven. Look at that steam. So what do you do when you're at the folk club or the jam and someone plays a minor tune? The most obvious choice is going to be third position. We could play in fifth position. I love fifth position. Fifth position's a little bit different to approach. We'll do that another time. Third position, we're using the 1-hole draw, the 4-hole draw, or the 8-hole draw as our keynote. That's very important. We grab a C harp. If we're playing a 1 draw, 4 draw, or 8 draw, that would be the note of, you know, it's D, of course. Get used to hearing that. And the only thing with positions, I'm not going to go into this too much detail today, a position just means you use a different key note, you use a different start note. So if we were in second position, our keynote would be the 2-hole draw, the 6-hole blow, the 9-hole blow, the note of G, for various reasons to do with someone naming these strange things positions on the harmonica, which confuses everyone forever, and people argue about it and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. But if you just think about it as keys that you can play in a different key on a harmonica, I've got my C harmonica, and I don't just have to play in C, I can play in lots of different keys, and it's just that I have a different home base, that's all. That's a nice way to think about it. So 1 draw, 4 draw, or 8 draw becomes home base, and we build our melodies and our scales around that different key note, and that's all there is to positions. Confused? I hope so. I won't talk about that anymore. You don't need to know all this anyway, except you've got your C, and I'm going to tell you that we're playing in the key of D. If you don't understand the positions, you're just going to have to take my word for it. Now, rather than start on the 1 draw, playing in the lower octave in third position has got all kinds of connotations with bends, and I don't want to go there today. So let's go into the middle. So we're going to start on a 4 draw. And as I mentioned in a previous lesson, if we want to learn a melody in this position, let's learn a scale. With that scale, that's going to give us a map. You know, say we go into a new town, right? We don't know our way around. We need a map. We can get our phones up, or we can have a paper map if we're old school. Where's the post office? Where's the pub? Where's the bakery? We need to know where things are. Having a scale in that new position is like having a map. It's like, okay, we can go around that. And what better scale than the pentatonic scale? And we're actually going to do the minor pentatonic scale for reasons that minor pentatonic sits very nicely in this new position that we're in. So we're going to do a 4 draw. You probably already know this, right? 4 draw. 5 draw, 6 blow. 6 draw. 7 blow. Here's the tricky bit. And landing on the 8 draw, which is the octave of the 4 draw. The minor pentatonic. Perhaps the most popular scale in the world, the most widely used. Maybe it's the major pentatonic. They can fight it out. Who knows? Who cares? It's a very, very useful scale. A nice way to practice it is like this. Like a shuffle. Bom, 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 bom. And hey, that's quite a nice riff in itself, isn't it? You can go back down. I could straighten that out. For those who want a little bending challenge, you can figure that out in the lower octave. Not going to go into that into too much detail today because we want to focus in the middle octave. You've got your map, you've learnt your scale, you're in town, you need a route around the town. You now want to go to the pub and the bakers, and the bakers, you want to go to the pub and the chippy and the well to get some water out. I don't know, whatever you want to do in the village. I'm not sure about this analogy. We're going to learn a melody, we're going to learn a song, and a great song to learn in third position is Wayfaring Stranger. It's a lovely old haunting minor tune. Starts on the 4 draw. So a lovely little melody. It's all in the scale. It doesn't drop into the lower octave for now. It's actually another section which goes into the higher octave. We're not going to look at that for today. We're just going to talk about this middle octave. So we've got that moving up the scale there. 4, 4, 5, 6. And in fact, third position is wonderful. Even you can almost do anything on holes 4 to 6. If you're messing around, if you had a backing track on, you can't go wrong with those 3 holes. If you played them all, you'd have a D minor chord. So that kind of works as a chord too. Getting a bit of a reggae vibe on there. Oh, we're digressing. So you've got that nice melody. You can find backing tracks to go with this melody. This is actually featured in my Folk and Blues Level 2 course, a lovely course for beginners. If anyone's interested in that, have a look at the link below. We've got these 4 draws. And if you're new to bending, this is a wonderful song to do. Third position really lends itself to that 4 bend. Putting these inflections on the 4 and the 6 when you hit that 6. Really sounds nice on that 6, doesn't it? As you go up, you can make it very emotive. Of course, it's in the minor key, so it's all a bit sad. Oh, hello. And I did a bit of a split there, 1-4 draw. This also sounds nice in third position. Actually, this is a feature of third position. You'll often kind of hear moving up like that with splits on the 4, 5 and 6, putting a lower octave in. So there's one other little tip here, a theoretical shortcut that I'm going to give you. You can work out positions in fifths and all this. It kind of gets a bit complicated when you do it that way. There's a shortcut to work out third position. Whatever key you want to play in, say if you were at a jam and the guitarist went, hey, I'm playing in E minor, right, on the guitar, you always go back a tone to tell you which harmonica to use. Okay, so if the guitarist is in E minor, I want to grab a D harp. If my song is in D minor, I go back a tone for the harmonica. I want to grab a C harp. That's why today I've got my C harp. I'm playing in D minor. Little quiz, leave this in the comments. If I was in the key of A minor, which harmonica would I need to play third position? Okay, there's a little quiz question for you. So I hope this lesson's useful for you if you're breaking into a new position, or even if you already know this for some extra tips and tricks. So remember to find the keynotes of the position, 1 draw, 4 draw, 8 draw. Have a little map. That can be pentatonic scales are great for that, to know where you are, get located, get used to moving around, and then learn a melody to break yourself into the position. Once you've got a melody, you can start to mess around with that and improvise and do a lot of different techniques. That's going to be another lesson. Okay, so do check out my Folk and Blues course. That's levels 1 and 2. This tune features in 2, and of course my country and bluegrass courses and my in-depth lessons and all that malarkey. Otherwise, I'll see you for another lesson very soon. Bye bye.